On this video, I am going to teach you how to do the special Toastmasters debate. Welcome. My name is Gina Kieti. I am with the Oryx Communicators Club based in Doha. And we are going to host the debate for the first time. Now, since we are hosting the debate for the first time, we have done our research and have decided as a team to proceed with the special Toastmasters debate. So for the sake of everybody, I'm going to use this Toastmasters guide, which I'm sharing, so that you can all be able to see and explain to me. We will align it best to the way we discussed today morning, so that we are all in the same page. Now, to stop you from getting bored, let's start with what is debate? Simple. A debate is a discussion. They're saying it's an event in which there are two sides, and the two sides will have a particular topic, and each of the side will try to state that their side is correct with regards to that topic. And then there will be a panelist of judges who will decide who is the person who has presented better argument to win against their side. Remember, there is no right or wrong. Judges is based on individual. So what is actually recommended is that individual do research that is due diligent. You can decide to use any referencing you want as long as it conforms to the Ethos, Pathos, and Neo's evaluation format, so that your information, your research is credible. I always tell the people that when I'm going, just think of yourself as doing a research paper. You require some sort of referencing. If that referencing cannot be used in an official research, remove it. So what does that mean? That means other students' slides, Wikipedia, and non-scholar information are to be avoided due to credibility reason. I know this is Toastmasters and we are here to learn leadership and public speaking skills, and we might be tempted to go towards which that is easy, but if we start practicing from an early, we can be able to argue from a research perspective. Okay. When you're organizing a debate, it must begin with a preposition or a subject. Okay, they've already been given what they will discuss. And the debate is usually three types: that is a policy, a fact, or a belief, and one that can be resolved. For example, they've given that the national government should guarantee the opportunity for higher education for all that qualified students, and you can decide to resolve that the city should put a crosswalk in front of a library. Is that whatever? So the type of debate formats, they're the standard. But for this video, like I said, we are going to concentrate on this part, which is the special international debate format, whereby we have constructive speech, cross-examination, and finally refutation and rebuttation of what was the format. For our debate, we will have 6 speakers, but for the training, I will put it as both 4 and 6 speakers. So what is the format? Timer, please note the timing format. For the constructive speech, it is 5 minutes, which means 4:30, you put the green line. There is no amber. At red, you put the red light, and the speaker has a grace period of only 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, the agreed upon procedure will be used by the moderator and the timer to stop the speaker from speaking. So we have affirmative 1, negative 1 to present both sides, and then there'll be 2, and of course there'll be 3 from our topic. What is the process? The process is simple. Affirmative one will come. They start debating on the topic. In our case, leaders are made for their side. They will speak for 5 minutes based on the guidelines presented on page 9 of the, page 8 of the debate book, page 8, whereby they have to cover these topics, that is, give an introduction, state resolution, show the purpose and importance of the debate, give a brief history, define the term of the resolution, state the general term, summarize the affirmative position, and then state the proof and cover the issue. Once they do that, they will go back to their seats and we'll call negative one. But negative one will not start with a constructive speech immediately. They will go to cross-examining. So what they do, they have 3 minutes, and the first minute, very crucial, timer again, you have to notice 1 minute, they will refute the facts that have been spoken by affirmative one. And then based on that, they are going to cross-examine by asking questions to affirmative one. Now they have 1 minute, so timer, 30 seconds, you're going to put the green light. 1 minute, you're going to put the red light, and 10 seconds later, we are going to clap, whichever way you have decided, bell, stop the speaker from asking any more questions. Back to negative one, where they'll have 2 minutes to answer the question as they have been asked in the order that they have already been asked. They present the answers. 2 minutes, which means 1:30, we come to green. 2 minutes, we come to red. 10 seconds, we have the bell. And then once we go that, it's over to negative one to start their argument. Then they'll be given 5 minutes to present their constructive speech based on, again, page 8 of the manual, where they are going to speak about greeting the audience and accepting the terms. In this case, leaders are made, fill in the necessary information like the history, why they chose that side, and then summarize and then cover everything. Now, this is where I'm saying that teams, they have to meet and they have to decide what they have to speak on debate day. Why? Because affirmative one, affirmative two, and affirmative three cannot present the same points. They cannot present the same arguments. It will look so confusing. So they need to present the same arguments. Also, based on time, affirmative one might not have been able to complete their total points. So depending on how they discuss during their topic, affirmative two will know where to start and where to conclude, and affirmative three will also do the same thing. The same thing with the negative one, the negative two, okay, where they will, they will give the refutation and answer the questions and everything following the format that has been presented above. So, like I said, we have 3 speakers, so it is important for 2 and 3 to ensure they go through the negative 2 points and make sure that they do not repeat when presenting each other's conclusion. Now, when negative 3 speaks, I want you to notice that affirmative 1 did not do the cross-examination, so that will be the time when affirmative 1 will come in, have 1 minute, refute what negative 3 has spoken, or negative 2, depending on the team. Then once they refute what that person has spoken, they will have, and again, within that minute, ask them questions. Then negative 2 or negative 3, depending on your team, will have the opportunity to ask, to answer the question that have already been asked, and then we conclude. Perfect, we have reached there. Once you've reached there, there will be a 2 minutes break whereby each of the team will go, and now they start summarizing on their refuter and rebuttal what they're going to talk. During this, it is important that each team realize you cannot introduce new evidence. You cannot go, oh, I had the other team talking about this, so we should do this. during your practice session, you're supposed to anticipate what the other teams will talk about and make sure you introduce all your evidence. If you want to introduce new evidence, you can talk among yourself during the debate, but make sure you don't interrupt, maybe pass note. I don't know how you are going to do it. Make the other person introduce that new evidence. Okay. Once they introduce that new evidence, it can be used during the refutation and rebuttal period. Now, remember, affirmative one is the one who concluded during that debate. So for this session, which will come for 3 minutes, again, we can go back and check so that we are all in the loop. 3 minutes. Negative one, refutation and summary, 3 minutes. Affirmative one, refutation and summary, 3 minutes. As you can see, it's 3 minutes. So now you will have the 3 minutes to come and start talking about, summarize what your partner said, concentrate on the improcality, that is arguing against what the affirmative plan and their viewpoint. You discount that and discourage any advantage that the affirmative point might have, attempt to prove there was no status, and then end with a short summary. Then affirmative one will come in, summarize the point, counter all the points that have been said by negative one, restate all the contentious issues of affirmative, then end with a short summary. Then the same thing, negative two will come, affirmative two, negative three, affirmative three, then we'll end the debate. Now, this is where you need to realize, finish strong. So make sure negative three, affirmative three, strong people, strong points, such that because that's what they're leaving the judges and leaving the audience with. You don't want them to leave them with more questions than they came in with. Okay. From there, we will now conclude, give judges about 5 minutes. They go, they sit down, they deliberate. So we'll have a break. Then we'll come back and then we award the best speaker, that is the best debater, the best cross-examiner, and the best team. And then the debate will be over. In case of any question, do not hesitate to contact me. And with that, we conclude the special format debate meeting. I hope this was helpful, as it is for me as I came to learn about it. Bye-bye.